Rose, Book 8, Midnight on the Moon. Chapter 10, Earth Life. The midnight woods woke up. A breeze stirred the leaves. An owl hooted. The sounds were soft, but very alive. Jack opened his eyes. He pushed his glasses into his place. He smiled. Morgan was still with them. He could see her in the moonlight. Her long white hair was shining. Morgan, can you and the treehouse stay here? Said Annie. In Frog Creek. No, I must leave again. I'm afraid, said Morgan. I've been gone from Camelot for a long time. She handed Jack his pack. She brushed it in cheek. Her hand felt soft and cool. A bit of moon dust still on you, she said. Thank you, said Jack, for your great love of knowledge. You're welcome, said Jack. Morgan tucked on one of Annie's braids. And thank you, Annie, for your belief in the impossible. You're welcome, said Annie. Go home now, said Morgan. Jack's mouth was earth, that bright, colorful world where everything was alive and always changing. Bye, Morgan, said Annie. She started out of the treehouse. Jack nodded back at Morgan. Will you come back soon? She said. Anything can happen, said Morgan. The universe is filled with wonders, isn't it, Jack? He smiled and nodded. Go now, Morgan said softly. Jack followed Annie down the rope ladder. He stepped on the ground. The wind started to blow. She started to shake. A loud roar filled Jack's ear. She's weak. His eyes shut. He covered his ear. Then everything was silent and still. Jack opened his eyes. The ladder was gone. He looked through the leaves and branches of the giant oak tree. Where the treehouse had been was only moonlight now. Bye, Morgan, he whispered sadly. Bye, Peanut, said Annie. Jack and Annie started at the top of the tree for a long moment. Ready? Said Annie. Jack nodded. They started for home. The midnight air felt cold, cool, and moist. It filled with the soft sound of earth life. Jack and Annie felt the Frog Creek woods. They started down the street. Annie glanced up at the sky. The moon looks really far away, doesn't it? I did to Jack. It was. I wonder how the moon man can be up there all alone, said Annie. What do you mean, said Jack. I mean who helps him put on his spacesuit, said Annie. Who helps him get up when he falls down? And who is he? Added Jack. Who do you think he was? Said Annie. He must be a scientist or an astronaut from Earth, said Annie. No, I think he's an alien, said Annie, from another galaxy. Jack scoffed. What makes you say that? I just feel it, said Annie. Wrong, said Jack. There's no proof that aliens exist. Maybe not now, said Annie. But don't forget we're in the future. Oh, brother, said Jack. They crossed the yard and climbed their back steps. Annie tiptoed inside the house. Jack followed her. Before he shut the door, he glanced up at the moon. Was Annie right? He wondered. Could the moon man have come from another galaxy? Morgan's words came back to him. The universe is filled with wonder, isn't it, Jack? Good night, moon man, Jack whispered. Then he closed the